little something special.
Yeah. But yeah, welcome to the Drunken Elephant. Here, I'll say it one more time. Since I didn't have a lot of enthusiasm.
Come on, man.
Yeah, my bad. We had a rough ass night last night. We went to a Halloween party.
It's that time of the year.
Yeah, and Willis was dressed out as Juntao.
Yeah, we'll post those.
Yeah, we'll put some pictures.
Yeah, send them to me. I want to see the show.
I left early last night.
Yeah.
How late did you stay?
Shit, 4 o'clock.
God damn.
Fucking my girl was trying to party. And Wendy too.
Party all night.
So.
We name dropping.
Yeah.
Yeah, we name dropping.
Hey,
Wendy.
drop everybody.
Okay, Ramon or Ray or Ramon.
Razor Ramon. It's Raymond, man.
Raymond. Okay. Hey, how long have you been living in Texas now?
Oh, we're gonna just jump right into it.
Fuck it,
Damn.
right now. Yeah, that's how
hard hitting questions.
Yeah. Well, first of all, explain where you're
where you're from.
All right, so I'm from the state of Washington, Seattle, 206. Was good, and I moved here about a little over a year ago. Got here around June, late June, early July, and here we are.
How do you like Texas?
How do I like it?
How do you like Texas compared to Seattle?
Side. You know, every place. So I actually did a lot of research on where to go. Seattle, there's some stuff, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But I did a little bit of research on just the areas to actually take a look at. I took a look at AZ, took a look at LV, because there's a lot of good stuff going on in LV.
Yeah, I heard Arizona too.
AZ, man, it's just but it's like the desert.
Yeah.
A lot of people moving over there.
But peep this. I took a look at Texas over at the retirement. Yeah, there's a lot of
Arizona.
a lot of snowbirds over there.
I wouldn't want to retire there. I would go Florida. I was going to retire.
Snowbirds is basically it's just the older folks that have the homes over in, let's say, Washington State or the cold areas.
Yeah.
When it starts snowing, they fly down south and they got other homes.
Okay,
down
damn. I did not know that. That's pretty cool. That's cool.
Hashtag snowbirds. But there's a lot of snowbirds down there. Scottsdale was dope.
I heard Scottsdale's a big college community over there.
And it's a little upper scale. You know, they got their stuff there.
I
then
never.
The wifey's got family over here. I took a look at McKinney at first. But then it was too much like Washington, and then the family's all down here.
Yeah.
DFW, Fort Worth area.
That's about an hour drive from here.
I've never been to Seattle, but he has though.
Seattle is
Does it rain a lot? Like really rain? Like
what?
I don't know.
Seattle.
I've been watching Twilight. You ever see Twilight? It's always rainy and cloudy. They're in Seattle, right?
That was actually in Oregon, wasn't
No,
it?
Oregon,
they're in Forks. They're in Forks. So basically, here's Seattle, here's Washington State. Forks is right here. So all the Seattle casters like, oh, this guy. Twilight. What the hell? Nah.
Your people. Your Seattle people.
But there's a lot of pale cats, just like the Twilight vampires. So, yeah.
Like pasty?
Yeah, I was up there in June. Saw a lot of
So
characters.
you were there last year?
No, this past June.
This past June?
Yeah. I was
Okay.
there for the weekend.
Okay. So I got to Seattle when I was 6. Okay, I came from the PI, went straight to Seattle just because that's where my roots are. Tell me, in this day and age, how you felt about going to Seattle, and what were you doing there to begin with?
My cousin and I, we were actually in Wisconsin, and we picked up a load over there because we were driving at the time.
What's the load? What you mean? Load.
Equipment on our flatbed trailer.
Okay.
We were doing truck driving.
Okay.
Hot shot.
Yeah.
Hot shot truck
They don't know you.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they don't know you. Yeah, you gotta
We're gonna
explain
get to
yourself.
know you.
Remember, there's a camera there too.
We're gonna get to
Remember
know
that.
Yeah, so we ended up taking to dropping off a load in Seattle. It was actually I forgot what it's called, but it's on the other side of the bay, to the west side.
Okay. West side of the bay.
We dropped off a load there, and then we couldn't find a load getting out. So we have a friend out there, Matthew Tran. Shout out to him. We hit him up, and he let us stay at his place for the weekend.
And what area?
He stays in Bellevue.
Ooh, that's money area.
Yeah, he's got a
Bellevue, I
loft
never
on
heard
the
that
20th
shit.
floor.
Boy, he was doing it big in Seattle then.
What's like the rich area? It's
So
like
let me
rich
tell
area?
you about. So Bellevue is basically like South Lake-ish here.
Like Bel Air.
Oh shit.
No, Bellevue is South Lake.
Like South Lake.
No, it's not even South Lake. Let's say so. DFW, you've got Dallas. There's a lot of money in Dallas, but then Fort Worth itself, it's still building.
Yeah.
But there's still the more upper
country.
scale type of like areas in Fort Worth. If you were to say, okay, what's Bellevue like in Fort
West
Worth?
7. Like West 7?
No, it would be South Lake.
South Lake.
It would be South Lake, even like West Lake.
The old money.
top of it.
That's the old money.
Yeah,
South
West
Lake is
Lake.
old money.
Westlake is
There's-
rich too.
Yeah.
There's always cranes up in the sky just because they're always building something new. That's Bellevue.
yeah,
That's where Microsoft is at.
Yeah.
So that's where money's at. So you were in 20th.
Yeah, 20th. Well, he was
bougie.
No, he was only living there for a little bit. Because
hey, Matt, hit me up next time I'm in Washington.
Because before that, he lived in Chinatown.
Okay.
Yeah, and he said
that's not cheap either, bro.
Yeah, he was staying on like
fantasy.
He's staying in Chinatown, Seattle. And we were walking around. He took us around there. And he's like, yeah, this parking lot. The lady got stabbed here, and I was like, God damn.
Hey, so
I'm so embarrassed.
What's like the major food y'all usually eat in Seattle? Like ours is barbecue. So what would y'all's be? You know.
So Seattle is known for the invention of teriyaki.
Really?
I
didn't fucking know that.
So
Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee lived in Seattle, right? Bruce Lee in Seattle at one time, right?
So all over the place.
I want to get back to what you're saying, but let me address real quick. Yeah. Teriyaki, and you got Starbucks.
Oh yeah.
So we drink coffee, we eat teriyaki. And then that's pretty much that's teriyaki. I don't know if y'all know what teriyaki is. Basically, just grilled, seared. Just got little grill marks and everything like that on whatever type of meat you got, and it's the teriyaki sauce.
Damn, I did not know that.
It's sweet, soy sauce, and then you put it on top of your rice, served with some weak ass salad. It's always some weak ass salad.
Chicken teriyaki,
and then just put the teriyaki sauce on there, and you grab it. Right.
I didn't know that. I thought y'all would be like known for like salmon or something like that because you got a big ass salmon community, like fishing community.
It definitely is. I mean, you got my bad. Seafood definitely big there. You got a lot of clam chowder. You got the fresh freaking salmon. Good. Salmon's on point. Dungeness crab, which I missed. You got some Dungeness crab here, but
man, I wish
it ain't right.
No,
it ain't right.
It ain't right. Yeah,
it ain't right.
Because it's like when it comes down, it's already old, right? Yeah. Coming down, even though
I don't know. It's pre-frozen, and then also there's a bunch of oysters. Your guys' oyster over here.
Golf. It's kind of
sorry, DFW.
It's a little dirty.
Yeah,
dirty.
But Washington, you got different kinds.
Yeah, I need to try that.
No, the cold water. I noticed that cold water oyster tastes better than hot water oyster.
It's sweeter. You got a little bit of sweetness.
A little saltness from the ocean. Because Blue Point oysters.
But let me know, man. Okay, we at Bellevue.
Yeah.
Tell me about your experience in Washington State.
I never been there. He only been there. I never been. I want to go.
Yeah, we're there for the
weekend. I want to visit there though.
Okay.
Went to go eat pho.
Okay.
Went to I forgot the restaurant, but the restaurant in Chinatown that Bruce Lee goes to.
Okay.
I knew Bruce Lee was there. I fucking knew it.
Let's go where Bruce Lee ate.
Pretty much.
Did he get buried there? He got buried there, right?
We went to go see his grave.
He's buried with Brandon. Brandon's right next to him.
The Crow.
Yeah.
And then,
the Crow.
That was a week.
Went out to the club.
Yeah. Okay. In Seattle.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me about your club experience, because we know where this is gonna go.
Yeah, we went to this Korean club.
Willis got in a fight in Koreatown.
Oh, damn! Spoiler alert.
My friend got. Well, we're chilling.
Okay, hold on. Let's run it back.
It go down.
You went to the club. What's the Korean club called?
I don't remember anything.
Okay.
It was a blur.
Okay.
That whole night was a blur.
I didn't even know there was a Korean club.
Yeah.
What do you guys drink? Like some
soju,
some bubble tea? You got some Korean fried chicken?
No.
I never had Korean fried chicken. I heard it's good though.
Yeah, we were bar hopping. We're damn it, I can't remember any of the names of the streets.
No, but just tell me about the experience.
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah. So we're in there because it was me, my cousin Derek, Matthew, and Derek's friend.
Yeah.
He's black, by the way, which is
from the Marines.
Ex-military. So we're leaving. And
we're just name dropping. In this episode, we're gonna name drop. And, hi, Derek.
No, Derek likes his name too. Said.
And then we're leaving, and then this drunk Korean guy, he's like,
"Whoa,
I fucking hate black people." And then he threw it out there. He threw the hard R.
Yeah. Oh,
I would never expect that from a liberal state.
For real, right?
For real, like right?
Bro.
Y'all got Antifa. Y'all got Antifa out there too? No, I heard. I see them. Yeah.
Antifa was there.
They couldn't do that here though.
The Chaz zone, wasn't that in Seattle?
You couldn't do that in fucking Texas. They start shooting at you.
Summer left. Okay, so you had.
Yeah, he threw that.
You had the racist Korean.
Yeah, threw the hard R out there, and then homeboy just
did he roll it? Did he roll the R too?
No, the homeboy just started wailing on him, beat his ass.
Okay,
and then his friends tried to stop it, and then we're like, no, we're gonna let this shit happen.
You gotta let it run. You know what? If you're gonna make mistakes like that, you're gonna have to learn some lessons.
For real,
that's my thing. It's
like, he was a big guy too.
Well,
big old Korean.
He's gonna learn.
He learned. He's bleeding everywhere.
The Korean people over here are pretty cool though, you know, because they're like Carrollton's by Dallas a little bit, so they're gonna see a bunch of black people.
No, listen, bro. I mean, Koreans like everybody is cool. Period.
Yeah.
Everybody's chill regardless where you're at, but there's gonna be those one-offs.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a guy. So it's like that's the whole thing. Cool. Yeah, it's like, and that's the thing. So when I moved down here, there's some friends from Cali and there's some friends from Seattle. It's like, yo, what's it like down there? Because the way people view from the Northwest majority, they look at Dallas as like this red state, as in, there's stuff that goes down there. There's a lot of people that are like, a lot more, way more conservative, and they like their, they talk like this and all that stuff. And they have this preconditioned type of like mentality and viewing this. But at the same time, when I got down here, everybody's pretty much cool at the same time. It's actually real cool down here. Everybody's super chill down here.
You know why? Because Texas people like to show off a little bit. Like how nice they are. Nice. Like,
the hospitality.
Yeah, the hospitality is crazy.
But the questions usually are, it's like, so what's it like down there? Are they racist?
That's what they say.
Are they racist? I'm like, listen, man.
We're not racist.
Racist from the person. The racist is from a person, not the people. I know some racist people in Washington. I'm not going to call nobody out.
It's crazy.
It's no point.
Like, like I said,
I wouldn't expect that from like a red.
We're born and raised here in Fort Worth, so like I'm used to.
Used to be racist.
It's diversified,
Absolutely.
Ray.
I grew up with mostly Asian.
Back in the 90s,
Hispanic
it was kind of racist.
Yeah, but that's what it is.
Yeah, 90s was racist. You gotta admit, racist.
It's the times. But it's just like you can't categorize a particular state as racist. Now, mind you, when I moved down here and I moved into the area, so I moved into North Fort Worth in a city called Hazlitt, and Hazlitt was a damn field before I moved there.
Oh yeah,
it was like just bunches of stuff. Right?
There was this shit there like years ago. Now it's all houses.
And then they started building communities, and this was around when I started thinking about moving down here. It was around post-COVID, basically, right? It was during COVID. I was like, you know what, I need to change because things just started changing, just period. Everybody's mentalities and everything like that, and I needed to change. I got 3 boys, and I was at a crossroads to where I was like, you know what, is this gonna be where I'm gonna raise these boys to make life simpler for them to grow up as good men?
Yeah.
And at the same time, the money's got to be long, because right now money is kind of like in Washington. If you got 100 racks,
that ain't shit,
right? And when you move over here, you're investing.
Yeah, you could do shit. Yeah, you could do shit with 100 grand over here.
I got to think about my kids as far as owning a home as opposed to forever renting, right?
Yes.
So that's because I've already done messed up, and I was blessed to recover in life to where I'm at right now.
How old are you, Ray?
Damn, that's personal, bro.
Hey, man, it's a podcast.
I'm not like 47 or anything.
You're 47?
No, I'm 46.
Damn, you look good for your age.
Hold on. So after a while, you're like, yeah.
I did like that too.
I was born 77, 23, something like that.
10 years older. Yeah, you're 46.
Oh, well, that's a show.
I thought you were like around
Thanks, Ryan.
Nah, bro, I'm 46. So I got to start. Another one. I got to start worrying about these guys. And then it was like, okay, we moving down here. And it went long. So now we're here. But then that area, Hazlitt itself, is a hybrid community. To where it's like, if you ask me, so what's it like living in Hazlitt, in Texas, where you're at?
It's a growing community.
You got Cali, you got Washington, you got Minneapolis, you got Europe that's moving down there.
All your neighbors are everywhere, right?
And you got old Texas folks. So where everybody's in this community, and they all got to create this community of just understanding within themselves. So it's an interesting vibe in Texas right now. It's an interesting vibe in DFW.
It's growing.
Yeah.
It's the new Cali.
It's the fastest growing.
It's the new Cali.
Yeah. It's one of the fastest. Yeah. One of the fastest. Yeah.
So, what made you decide to leave Seattle after being there for so long?
I've always like thought about this, and it's always I'm actually coming out with an episode with a friend of mine that's moving to Vegas right now.
Spill the beans, though.
Keep your eye out for that. It's gonna be called the series is gonna be called Dear Seattle. It's gonna be very deep because I went to Seattle. I have been in Seattle since I was 6 years old, and that's home. That's the place that I repped. That's the place that I was like, full life, all that stuff. Right?
Almost 40 years in Seattle.
Yeah.
God damn.
So, what made me leave Seattle? It's like, when you went to Seattle and you went to Chinatown, how'd you feel?
Felt all right, but when I went to downtown,
that was sketchy. Yeah.
Downtown, okay. Zombies.
I saw some zombies.
Man, those are everywhere.
Not here.
Fent zombies.
Not that much. Yeah.
Fent zombies.
No, it's getting there. It's getting there.
No, bro. You don't understand, bro.
But it's like the city itself is nice,
Okay, here's Seattle in a nutshell, and how I feel about Seattle, and I feel, and I'm talking directly to the folks that I grew up with, and that I love, and even my family.
It's like that ex-girlfriend.
Listen, you guys, we were there.
You don't want to talk shit about it.
We were raised there. We loved what we were as a community. We loved what Seattle was, but something happened. Something happened to where more money, more problems. The city got rich. The city wanted to expand as far as, let's say, Fort Worth itself. Like, let's say
Fort Worth expanding.
Fort Worth itself, right? And then all of a sudden, Fort Worth started expanding, and the people that you actually loved in Fort Worth and what Fort Worth is, all of a sudden, once the money gets in there, they start building this crazy big city like if it was NY, and they wanted to like emulate it like it was NY, and then that beauty goes outwards, and then this is all about money. And the problem with that is
they can't keep up.
They don't care. Like there started being all these problems as far as like, can I even afford it?
Like Hawaii. Hawaii's starting to be like that too.
No, like
the locals can't even afford the
take a look at
property
San Fran.
tax and all that shit.
Take a look at San Fran, or even Seattle itself. People got pushed out. The thing that you love about Seattle's beautiful. Seattle's wonderful. Like
I'm trying to visit.
Like everything. Like you got the Four Seasons. You got hiking. You got camping. You got water sports. You got awesome food. But can you afford it? Okay, it's like you said, it's like Hawaii. No, mind you,
expensive.
Same thing like New York. Same thing like New York. We always go visit New York. We're like, fuck.
But yeah, would you want to live there? That's
the
thing about Seattle right now. It's become one of those cities to where I want to visit. It's dope, but do I want to live there? I don't know. I can't. And I was doing a pod not too long ago with E, and I was like, hey, would you recommend? Here's my question: would you recommend Seattle or living in Washington State for someone that lives in Utah? And he'd be like, yo, you got to be ready. You got to have a little bit of pocket to live up here, right? Because that's the thing. It's like, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. The culture is beautiful and everything. But can you afford it over here? And do you mind the Fenty? You know, and that was the thing that actually pushed me out. I was living in a place called Kent. It's south of Seattle. It's this place by Renton. Mm-hmm. So what happened is like all the gentrification. You guys know what gentrification is, right?
Yes. It's happening in Berry Street right now. Is the
yes. Deep Ellum and everything like that.
Yeah,
right?
Deep Ellum was full. You see condoms on the floor. Fucking, it was nasty and deep. They cleaned that bitch up now. Yeah. It's nice.
So that's what happened in Seattle. All these
Berry Street too.
You have like homes that you actually own, right? And then all of a sudden the property value is so high that you're paying more in taxes than what you were paying for your mortgage.
That's wild.
And you got old folks on thin money with like Social Security, right? Mm-hmm. So now they got to get pushed out. So when I lived in Kent, and then COVID happened, George Floyd happened, all the looting and the business.
Y'all got the Antifa.
And the Antifa took over.
They couldn't do that shit down here though.
That pushed a lot of people out, and then all the homeless people started getting bussed out to the suburbs afterwards, and they started living there. And then the drug problems came in, and then the laws started getting like a little bit more.
They didn't give a fuck no more. Yeah, they didn't give a fuck no more.
And then you started waking up in the morning in your nice little neighborhood that you moved out to, and you're waking up with no catalytic converter.
Oh, that's happening here,
bro.
It's happening
but it was like that over there. So that's why I was like, you know what? I got 3 boys. I don't want this to be normal. I don't want my boys going to school, and these cats are sitting here pushing
fentanyl.
Not even that, pushing like carts, on the side of the streets.
How old are your boys?
19, 14, and 9.
Right? Forgot.
I know that's what it is.
Me too. I do that too. It's okay, man. We're dads.
So that was it. It was over.
Cool.
I was like, you know what? I'm out. And you had a single family home, and then all the other homes around the area is like multifamily. Before you got more cars in the neighborhood. Sometimes you can't even communicate with your neighbor because cats are it started becoming like a little weird. And I was like, you know what?
Because you don't want to talk to nobody, basically, right?
They can't even understand what you're saying. Like it is a melting pot over there. You got a lot of folks that are, you got like. And mind you, I don't mind the fact that everybody's around there and we can enjoy it together and we can grow as a community together. But we have to be able to grow. You have to be able to communicate with each other.
Understand.
Yeah. If this guy can't understand what I'm saying in my language or just in a common language, then we can't be neighbors because you don't even know. It's like you're sitting here yelling at me for my car, and I don't even know what you want me to do with my car. That was
just bitching at you.
It was like no. I was like, you like my wheels, or do you want me to move my car? It's like, and these yelling, you don't know. But that's what it was.
There's a lot of Chinese people there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Chinese Korean up there.
But let me flip this a little bit. I don't want to talk about myself because this is a crossover episode. I want to talk about.
That's cool. No, I got one more question though.
Okay, yeah.
How did you get the name Cold Rice? We gotta ask that.
Okay, cold rice. So basically, what cold rice media basically was.
Yeah, show me shirt.
Fresh, man.
I like it,
bro. This is a rice cooker. So basically, what it is so I was like, there was a point in COVID time, right, to where everybody was kind of just in their houses. They couldn't talk to nobody. You were sitting there like, right?
Laws are different up there, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, we stood here where the fuck we wanted here.
Is that what it was down here? Man, no, we were up there.
Still open.
Well, And that's the thing. So everybody was kind of cooped up, and that's what we had to deal with up there. But then so I started this little. I needed to get some stuff off with all the politics and all the stuff that you're feeling, and like people losing jobs and lives.
Yeah.
There was no outlet. You can't even go dap up your friends because Cass was just wanting to stay home, right? So I did a little pod with my cousins, and we just recorded that. Never put it out, but then that was it. I wanted to bring it back, and I heard and thank you for doing what you guys are doing right now, because I heard that you guys did it.
Motivated you, huh?
No, and I said, what?
hit me up, cause I didn't know what the fuck I'm doing, like,
of course, man.
Fucking looking crazy out here.
Yeah, where's the drum?
We still know what we're doing.
I'm looking fucking crazy out here.
That's
and
the fun
shit.
part.
But no, Raymond hit me up. It's like, dude, I saw your podcast. I'm like, for real? You watched it? That
I was
shit?
like, I heard you doing the pod, and I peeped it, and I was like, yo.
No, but thank you, Raymond.
like-
that pushes you more
No,
to
no,
do
you
it.
guys.
Like a motherfucker.
Like if
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing
by
out here.
chance, if Cold Rice Media goes, I will always go back and I don't know what happens to this pod. I hope you guys keep going, and I hope this thing blows the hell up. But I will always go back and say TDE was there. They were
Yeah.
there before me, and TDE is the one that woke me back up. And that's why I was like, okay, fine.
Because you had a couple episodes already made, but you just didn't
No.
release them.
No,
Oh,
that was just like whatever. That was just talking.
But you're just going up too, though. I
Yeah.
like that shit. I see where it's going. That's cool.
Yeah.
To me, podcast is like a human experiment. Because, okay, you talk to each other, but y'all don't record it.
Mhm.
And you're so surprised whenever you play it back, right? Like, what the fuck? We were talking about that, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
It's crazy. So human interaction, like on a camera view, because we talk to each other every day, right? But we don't camera that. But when it's recorded, it's so different of conversation, you know?
Yeah, it
It's
is.
cool.
It is.
It's a human
you got
experiment.
all this.
It's a
You got
human
the lights.
Yeah.
You got the camera. You got a
Finally.
Especially me, I have bad memory.
2 years later.
I have
Yeah.
real
2
bad
months
memory.
later.
Yeah.
And you always go back and be like, man, I wish I would have said something different.
Yeah,
Change the
always.
topic. Yeah.
Always. That's always going to happen, man.
But what Cold Rice really is, it's like, so what
Yeah.
Cold Rice, so what I thought was like, you know what, when you start a pod, people ask you, it's like, what's going to be your niche? It's like, you got the homie that wants to do gaming and music, and you got somebody that wants to chop it up and just do, just people that are influential. You want to do something like this, right?
Yeah.
So I said, I don't want to do nothing like that yet. I want to cast a big net, throw all the spaghetti on the wall, and see whatever sticks, right? But at the same time, I was like, I still want to capture all that. So I wanted to have a channel that was just Cold Rice Media. Basically, what Cold Rice is, basically the rice part is when you come together as a group, as Asians, we always come together and we just chop it up with some rice and just we got a food. That's what brings people together, food.
Spam
All
and eggs.
cultures, bro. When
Spam
you go
and
to another
eggs.
country, the only thing they got in common is you want to eat. Now, what are you going to eat? Like, you got all these
Rice.
channels, like, you got all these channels, best food review show ever, and you got, Mikey Chen and all the guys. Go to all the channels. Eat.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if
Mark
it's-
wins.
Yeah, like
Man, I
wines
like that
and
man.
Weens, whatever his name is. But they go
love
there
him.
and he just eats. That's the rice part that we bring to the table. That's the
Okay.
Asian part.
Cold. I like that. That's cool. Okay. That's
The
real
cold
thought. I
part
didn't think
is-
about it like that.
Is basically
What you bring to the table. That's pretty cool.
the cold is. I haven't seen a lot of cats for a while, so that rice is a little cold. Like the homies from Seattle, like E and Gerald, they were like, man, I haven't seen these guys for a minute. So the rice has been a little cold, but when we chop it up, cold rice is still good as hell. I just got to put a little bit of the
Soy sauce.
Filipino entree on top of that thing that heats it up, and then it's still wonderful.
I never had Filipino food still.
I have.
So next time you cook Filipino food,
Okay.
have us
There's
or
a
have
Filipino
me.
place that I always go by because I always go to Wabi House.
I never had it.
There's a place
I
in
never
Filipino
fucking had
over
it.
here.
I never had Filipino
It's
food.
over there. It's called over
Oh,
there.
it's called over here.
Over here. Okay.
Yeah. It's in
What?
Fort
This
Worth.
is Filipino stuff.
It's under Wabi House.
What?
I did not know that.
What dish did you have, Flames?
I forgot what it was called, but it was
But tell me.
it was the glass noodle one.
Ooh.
Yeah. It was
And it was stir fried.
stir-fried,
It's called
and then-
pancit.
Yeah, pancit.
Okay,
And
pancit.
then I had the y'all spring rolls.
Yeah, lumpia. Okay.
And then the pork belly.
Yo,
Yeah.
tell you what,
It's gonna be a pretty much egg roll.
it's pretty much. It's just not. You know how it is. It's
Yeah.
influence.
I just
But-
eat a whole bunch of sausage.
Bro,
I want to
I'm-
eat those sausage. I never
Your
had
boy can
one.
throw down.
Well, next time.
So we're gonna have to throw down. We're gonna have to eat.
Hell
We'll put
yeah.
something together.
Never had Filipino food. Okay, here's another question. How does it feel to date a Laotian woman?
To
Brenda, I'm gonna shout you out.
Well, initially, no.
Have you dated? Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Have you dated a Filipino?
Listen, bro. I pride myself in asking questions to her. It's like, damn.
Now he got to answer question.
I love that
I love
question.
it.
And my Pinay ladies are going to
Laotian.
to hate me.
Motion in the ocean.
I don't know. Should we go there?
Hey,
Hold on.
Christina
Let me.
Mendoza, that was my favorite.
She's hot. She's hot, super hot.
Oh no. We go look them up.
Okay,
All
whatever.
right. Shot first. We're gonna skip that question.
Cheers.
Really? No, you
No,
got
well,
it.
we'll hop on that. So, as far as my wife's concerned, attraction is attraction.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't even matter if she's Pinay, if she's like whatever additional race, if she's Lao, Thai, Chinese,
just wanna know
if
the
she's
difference.
white, black, Mexican, whatever, right? The difference, there's a big difference
It's a
because
big
because
difference.
in Lao it's Popanyang.
He said that shit
It's
good.
fucking Popanyang, and it's just I never understood. Like one of my friends is like
Dude, you
when
speak
he
good
said
Laos.
Popanyang, and then because I've been to Laos, I went to Laos, I went to Vientiane, and I went to freaking Luang.
Motherfucker, you've been there before me.
I've
Yeah,
never been to Laos.
Luang
You're
Prabang.
you're
Luang
Lao-
Prabang
you're Lao
is
me.
ooh.
Yeah.
Luang Prabang is probably one of the best places I've
Luang
ever been to
Prabang?
as far as
Yeah.
And the thing about Lao women is they're just so chill and
They're not tough.
what's that?
They're not tough.
Nah.
You don't say that.
There's
Yeah, that's it.
yo, Filipino women are
I love this
very
discussion.
strong
I
and
love it.
Yeah,
spicy.
the memory. Yeah.
They're very spicy. There's a lot of like Spanish influence in that.
Yeah.
And also it's like they're there's so many it's hard to categorize them, but generally they're tough and they're very they're hard, right? They're very spicy and they're very strong women, right?
Yeah.
And that's not saying that Thai and Lao women aren't that, but then it carries over differently. Okay,
I'm with a Thai woman, and it's different from a Lao.
is it?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it?
different.
Is it? Maybe it's like more the city life type of a thing.
That and Thai people is more free spirit. Like a
okay.
Laotian woman, more like they're gonna push it more, but like Thai women, their culture is more like free spirit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if there's a problem, like there's always the next day kind of thing. You know?
Okay, so since I'm in the room with Lao gentlemen here, you guys are all full Lao, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been told, and shout out to Lao Nation for their Facebook thread and their Facebook page.
Oh, yeah, Lao
Yeah,
Nation,
yeah,
that's
we
right.
got
Lao Nation.
Boy, what's up,
Boy.
boy?
What's up, John?
I know a couple-
John's actually my cousin.
Really?
John's actually
John boy.
John Boy. I
What?
still,
Boy.
What?
yeah, boy.
Yeah, we call him boy.
So and basically,
Holy shit! Look,
B,
we'll get a good
my
shout
wife
out.
is my wife's cousin is his wife.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah. So shout out to them. But there's
Small world.
There was
Small
a
fucking world.
It is.
Fool. That should trip me out.
That's why it's like it was very easy transition over here because I'm a very
Because
outgoing dude.
you knew people too.
And
Yeah.
everybody knows everybody.
Yeah, everybody
It
knows.
is. Yeah, we're gonna have to get into that because the community here, the Lao community here
It's big.
It's not even big. It's just dope.
Yeah.
Because y'all are like this, man. It's like, and it's all carryover, and just whatever happened back in the '90s, the colors and everything like that. Y'all are, you guys are like this now. It's so ill, man.
But everyone grows up,
Yeah, everybody grows
Yeah,
up.
but then there's acceptance. There's acceptance that we
Yeah.
are like just one community.
No, when you start having kids and shit, and your kids start hanging out with each other,
Yeah.
yeah, and families start
Yeah.
intertwined.
Yeah.
It's just like, man, it's hard to stop fighting.
Yeah,
So it's
and
good.
that's just growing.
We're
That's
good.
the maturity.
DFW is in a good spot right now. Very good spot right now.
I know.
Yeah, there's a good
there's not
spot
a big
right-
Filipino community down here. I don't
No,
know
let
if
me
it's,
let me go back real quick because I want to
Austin,
ask you guys some. I want to ask you guys like an actual real question about like just Lao versus Laotian. So there's a group that feels like so Laos itself, like the people of Laos are Lao, right? It's not, and there's some folks that actually feel like Laotian. Now it's all semantics at this point. We can call it if you answer to Laotian, if you answer to Lao, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like Pinoy or Filipino or this and that. But there's that group that's like it's actually Lao, not Laotian. So what
the
is
older
it?
heads.
What really
It's
is it?
the older heads.
It's the same thing to me.
It's like ASEAN versus Asian.
Laotian is just,
Asian, dog.
it's
No,
just
so-
describing the same
Okay.
thing.
School me as a student
the
of
right
culture.
the right way. I say Lao now just to be political correct, because people are like, oh, your spelling's wrong. Just knick-knack shit. Come on, I say Laos. We're in fucking
Yeah.
America.
I
You
say
know what I'm
Laos.
saying? You're gonna say it.
Well, I don't say Laos.
Means a
Laos
whole.
is a country. Laos
Yeah,
is a
Laos
person.
is a country.
Yeah.
Lao is a person.
Lao-
Growing up, we always as kids they always said Laos,
Yeah.
but the older people always said Laotian. You know?
The older people did?
No.
Yeah, my dad
No.
said Laotian because Laotian.
Laotian.
So like my dad like in the 90s we were at remember Lion Mart? Oh, fuck, Food Lion.
Lion.
Yeah, and
What is that?
it's an
the
old
supermarket.
school supermarket,
okay.
like a Sack and Save, whatever.
Like a Lao
yeah,
store.
yeah, like a. It's not a Lao
Food Lion.
store. Yeah, straight up American.
Like Albertsons, Kroger,
Yeah, like an
shit like
Albertson
that.
Kroger.
Food Line?
Yeah, so they've closed down.
Oh,
But like this lady asked me like, "Hey, my dad,
Can I get one of
Ask-
these?
you want one? Yeah. Hey, Ryan. It's big. Oh, you drinking now?
sorry.
Okay, cool.
It's getting loose now.
Yeah,
Wait a
you
minute,
get
am I drinking?
You look at
We've been drinking.
The cold rice.
But anyway,
Cold
so-
rice getting warm.
cold rice with beer.
We're back to that.
But okay, so like a white lady
So-
went up to my dad and was like, "What are you?" And this is in the 90s.
Thanks,
I
bro.
was a kid. I don't know what the hell, you know. I know that we're like different, but I didn't know what the hell I was. So he said Laotian. And I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Your dad said that?
Yeah,
But then he's
Laotian.
talking to somebody else that's outside the
Yeah,
country.
in the 90s. In the 90s.
Yeah.
Hey,
So the Vietnam War already fucking ended, and they're all refugees and shit, you know?
you ever seen that King of the Hill clip?
Yeah.
Oh,
Seen
the
that King of the Hill
freaking-
clip?
Yeah,
When
it's
they first
always
met
been-
Khan, he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, where you Chinese or Japanese?" He's like, "Laotian."
Yeah, that's how my dad was.
And then they're like, "What ocean?"
yeah.
He's like, "No,
That dude would
Laotian
sound
of
like-
Lao. It's a landlocked country in Southeast Asia."
Yeah.
Damn, he
Explaining
came
it
through.
and shit.
Okay, let's go down the Lao or Laotian.
Laotian.
I'm gonna say Laotian because I
I'd say
like
Laotian.
like saying motion in the ocean. Laotian.
I don't know when
And
people.
it also too, it just depends. Like if they really don't know, like, hey, where are you from? Are you Asian? Are you Chinese? Whatever. I'll be like, I'm Laos. Laos is the country,
Yeah.
but it's really called Laotian people, just
Oh, you-
like American, or you know what I mean, shit like that.
Mhm.
I try to explain it like so they could understand. Because if you just say Lao, like what the hell is Lao?
Yeah.
Or if they're Latino, I'll be like, so are you Mexican or are you Mexico? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I mean, that's the same thing as Lao versus Laos, you know?
Where do you
It's like
stand with that, Will?
How they ask?
It's funny. Actually, he went through this like last week. I went to Ace Hardware to go buy some stuff, and the cash register, she's like, "Oh, what nationality are you?" I was like, and then I
Jungle Asian.
Yeah, jungle.
yeah, we're jungle Asian, but like I guess it's just naturally just came in my head. It's like, oh, I'm Laotian.
I like that
You
shit.
know, like now that I think about it, I
Laotian.
thought I would say like Lao, but then it just came natural to me. Oh, I'm Laotian.
Yeah.
So
People like nowadays with how sensitive everything is in the U.S. now, and how people want to be right,
they're
and
all
how
pussies.
people
Hold on,
and
this
how
shit
people want to
recording.
learn. I think it's fair to actually I don't think we're doing anyone favors by cutting corners like how
Shortcuts.
you should think what I am. It's okay to be like, yo, I'm loud. And then we're like, what the hell is that? We're like, well, here's what it is. Like, I'm loud.
Yeah.
You know, like, just,
You know what I would tell
and then
them?
if they can take it or leave it. Because either you're going to be ignorant and just move forward. Because I'm not going to do you any favors if I say, I'm Filipino or something. Or I'm Filipino. It's like, I'm Pinoy. You know, I'm Filipino. Like, which is basically that. Like, what Filipino is basically it's just the original language that was provided to the Tagalog language during that time when they were trying to like westernize the whole
Yeah,
thing, you know.
When
So
the
Spanish.
came, right?
yeah, there's so
So is there like a old school hidden like language before the Spaniards came in?
so Philippines has
Y'all had
Yeah.
your own
thousands of
language. I know
islands.
y'all-
Yeah, but like,
so
but
there's
I get, I know what you're
thousands of
saying.
languages. Yeah.
but for
Think
each
of
island
Spanish?
you have dialects.
Yeah.
It's not even language, it's like the dialects.
Dialect.
You know,
Oh,
you
okay.
got Tagalog, you've got Ilocano, Bicolano, and all this. There's all these
Fuck,
other ones,
I didn't
right?
know that
'Cause
shit.
every single island, but it's not even like it's not a different language, period.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a tweak of saying a particular word.
Okay.
You know, if I say like if I say American, one place would be like Americano, and then the other guys would be like American, and then the
Did
other
the
one would say
Spanish,
like this.
did the
Little twist.
Spanish invasion affect y'all's language? You think?
There's a lot
I think
to a certain extent because there's a lot of Tagalog words that
They're
are
Spanish
also
words.
Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all
Yeah.
sounds real Spanish.
That's
like,
why
you
I didn't
really
even
talk-
I did like during middle school they wanted so you had a choice of taking a particular like language class,
course,
right?
yeah.
So it was either for me it was either French or Spanish. I already knew
Same, like,
Spanish.
over here.
Yeah.
So it was easy,
French or
right?
Spanish.
But I
Or
went
sign
French. I was like,
Oh, okay.
I know Spanish and I can actually carry on, but then
Yeah.
I went French and I don't remember nothing.
So are you
I
fluent
did. I
in
went
Tagalog?
French.
Tagalog,
Spanish.
No. I can still carry it.
Uno,
Okay.
dos,
But you
tres,
understand everything?
cuatro.
I understand like two different languages in the Philippines right now.
Oh, okay.
So if they're talking crap, I know what
Yeah.
you're saying. Auntie.
I know you won't.
Same thing like same thing with a lot of people. There's different dialects.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
it's-
Kamu,
yeah.
all that.
No,
Yeah,
no, I'm saying like
Mong. Mall too.
not just that, but like within
Renaissance,
okay, you know, like depending where you're from, you say words differently.
So
Like you know what I'm talking about? Like there's like Tai Sum Nua, Tai Tai, Tai Dam,
Tai Dam, Tai Dam.
Like so in Lao, same thing.
It is,
But
it is.
PJ's Tai Dam.
wherever you're at.
Yeah, depending what part of the country your family's from,
I don't even know what the
they
hell
say
that
words
is.
differently. You know.
Now imagine like with Laos itself. Now imagine like 1,000 Lao islands,
Yeah, that's
and now
wild.
there's and that's why it's like if you make a particular like when you make lap, right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine
Making me
like,
hungry, motherfucker.
like 500 freaking islands.
Yeah.
And they're different take on lap. That's what was like. How do you like your adobo? And I like my adobo a certain
I
way.
never had adobo.
Hey, I had that shit too.
Can you
like-
explain what that is? Because I don't know what that is.
Okay,
Yeah, in Arlington.
adobo is one of like the main actual like entrees, the main dishes in the PI, and basically it
that's the main
consists
entree.
of a meat, okay, and then you build it. So it's soy sauce or salt. Vinegar is usually the actual ingredient that gets you. So so basically the essence, the main thing of it is a salting, like a soy sauce or a salt.
Savory.
Savory is very savory.
Oh, man,
And then
I'm
you
hungry.
have
Ray, man,
vinegar.
come on, man, stop, man. You're making me hungry.
Okay, vinegar, and then you put in the garlic, and then it's best with just pork belly.
Yeah, with
For
pork
me,
belly.
pork
Yeah.
belly is the hit,
Pork belly
and that's what it
is
is.
the shit.
Philippines is like
It's like
big
tom
on
kem.
pork belly.
Is it like tom kem?
It is like tom kem, but then tom kem is like it's more sugary.
Yeah.
Now you
Yeah.
throw
Yeah, it does have a lot of sugar
yeah,
in
and
it.
then
Yeah.
imagine with
without
tom
the sugar.
kem,
Without sugar.
you
I got
you
tom kem
cook
at
it
home.
down to
Yeah.
where it's more oilier,
Yeah.
and then you drop some vinegar in there.
Yeah.
It gives it a little thing.
And
Yes.
Get a little kick.
Bro,
Like,
I can
Put it over
bro
rice.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
over some cold rice.
How cold?
There it is. There it is.
Not refrigerated.
Well, cheers, Ray. And now you're gonna be a drunken elephant.
Cold rice media.
Yeah, it's
So-
cool though.
So moving down here now, like my circle, my primary circle down here is Lao, Lao folks and everything like that. So
It's a big
the beautiful
community.
part about this area, and it's so. And so I did this thing in the other pod. We were talking about Lao New Year and Saginaw and everything like
Man,
that.
they
That's
jumped
bad.
on that shit.
Yeah, I saw that.
Hey,
Yeah.
your Instagram, this Instagram, them lost motherfuckers
They
jumped
love-
on
yeah,
that whole.
no, because it's there's so much pride in that. Now tell me,
Especially Saginaw people.
Y'all would be like
Shout out
born
to
and
my
raised
Saginaw
here, right?
people.
Yeah.
Majority of the time.
Yeah.
Shout out my
what
Lori,
makes-
Johnny, Andy.
What makes this area
Tunes,
so
Otto,
Yeah.
thick with like Lao people? It's like why Texas? Why DFW?
Yeah. Well,
Because it's fucking
what I'm
hot.
no, I mean, of course.
Like, how'd you guys even get here? Like, how'd your family decide on Washington?
I mean,
Texas.
of course-
Refugees, fool.
Yeah, of course
I don't
we're-
know. Houston. They
Sponsored
came from,
shows.
Yeah,
they came from
sponsored.
Houston.
Like with
They went from Houston
Yeah.
and came to the.
No.
Texas.
Okay,
Is that
no.
how your family
Here's
came in?
here's what I'm trying to
Texas.
figure out. Okay, so
Houston.
if you ask me, it's like, so why Seattle? How did you end up in Seattle?
Yeah.
So my grandpa, and there's three of us. Like my grandpa and his brothers, they ended up getting sponsored, and they ended up in Seattle.
Just like my
Yakima,
wife.
right?
Just like my wife.
So
My wife was.
so they ended up there, and then there was other people that got sponsors or some
Yeah.
from Washington State, and they ended up establishing a community over there. But over here, was that the same thing? And why so thick? Cash just came to Texas.
It's the same
man.
thing.
The
Like-
Lao folks just came here and just was like, "This is
Yeah.
us now."
Texas in every way.
Yeah.
So tell me about like why
Texas in every
why
way.
DFW?
Well, in my experience, same thing.
I wish I
same
had
thing.
it more.
Because
Yeah.
like when my family came here, my mom's side came here in the '80s,
Mhm.
and they ended up Riverside, the duplexes.
Yeah.
Man, my grandma lived there,
Yeah.
man. Fairview Street,
Yeah,
bro.
Fairview. So that's where my mom's side came.
Hey, you know that Instagram post? That's in Riverside, North
Which
Beach.
one?
The one.
Oh, that one?
Yeah,
That
that's
one
in
that
North
you
Beach.
just-
Yeah,
I
that's
see
where I
the
came
corner,
from.
the
Yeah,
corner?
that's my
Okay.
fucking
Belly of the
street.
trap.
By the churches, baby.
The belly of the
So
trap.
pretty
love
much
that place.
So
So everybody came here, and that was just kind of like
yeah,
They
referring to
moved
back to
away.
that.
So basically, that's where they started duplexes, and then they branched out.
Not branching out.
Yeah,
in the
started
village.
branching out. Yeah.
So as a reference point for the folks from Seattle that are actually like watching this thing, Riverside is basically what Rainier Ave was to us. Rainier Ave was basically like that entire Rainier was basically that's what it is. Rainier and
fucking
MLK.
poor parts.
But go ahead.
Yeah, but it was pretty poor.
Yeah, and that's
It is.
Yeah, that
But that's
motherfucker
what it
poor,
was
bro.
back
Duplexes,
In,
yeah.
in
That's
the
what it was.
'90s, it's worse than that shit.
Yeah, it was bad in the 90s.
So but then you had
Shootings, all
Riverside,
that
but then
shit.
Saginaw in it. I mean, and that was
Okay,
the thing.
but the
People
thing- okay.
started doing the Watts, like the
Yeah.
actual temple. And
Okay,
everything.
there's a difference between Riverside people and the Halton people,
Mhm.
and then the Saginaw people.
Yeah.
Saginaw people, they were like the country area.
Yeah.
So they started from the bottom too.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
They didn't even, the sewage system was different. All that they're living in mobile homes.
Yeah, it was
What you see now?
Yeah, in Saginaw.
Yeah, Saginaw's
Yeah,
all.
somebody had. Tim.
Yeah, my family was.
Yeah, mobile homes.
Yeah, the homie hit me up on Saginaw, like on the Insta. He said, "Yo, the Saginaw Temple started as a mobile home."
Yep.
Yeah. And then it was a small house.
And then
like this.
All the houses in Saginaw were mobile homes at one time.
So what people were doing back in the
Buying land.
back in the
They're
90s,
buying land. They're buying land.
they would buy lots, and everyone would build their own houses.
Yeah. And everybody would help each other build their own house.
So they have mobile homes, and everyone would build their own houses. So like if you notice in Saginaw, all the houses are kind of similar, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So they all kind of based off the same plan, kind of.
That's so
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
Ray.
That's so dope.
That shit used to be nothing.
Yeah, it was
Like,
literally it wasn't even a part of the city of Fort Worth.
Straight bitches.
Don't get thrown in the ditch.
So this
Yeah, for real. That shit stank.
so technically it's Fort Worth,
Yeah.
you know, but everyone still calls it Saginaw because it used
We
to
call
be
it Saginaw.
Yeah.
We call it the village. We have a code name.
county, you know. So you used to be able to do what the fuck you want, bust fireworks, shoot guns and shit. Like that.
Yeah.
So and then as
It
it
became
grew,
a city.
as it
Yeah,
grew, it
you
became
can't do that
city.
shit no more. They still do it though.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck.
So it's Saginaw, and then
I don't
Riverside
give a
got Wat Kimball,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wakimbo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a.
and so that's
Hidden
kind of the
Village.
same thing. How
Yeah.
how it transformed, right? Because the community isn't there, and they said, you know, we need a place of worship and community, right? Because
Yeah.
that's the main difference between. So at least like, and you had asked earlier, as a white, you know, do you see any Filipino people and everything like that here? And I actually did a pod not too long ago with a homie Conrado who just moved down here, and he was like, and we were talking to each other, and I was like, you know, what do you think is the main difference over here? And the main difference primarily with the Filipino community here is in Washington State, there's community centers. Community centers are big in Washington, right? Even like with just period, like you've got a community center for just the youth and inner city and everything like that. Over here, for the Asian community, it's the temples.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know?
it's a temple, yeah.
Now,
They have Catholic churches here.
well, we have church groups here as far as the Filipinos are concerned, but the community centers actually bring it together because the church groups are just doing the church.
Yeah.
Community centers bring together like learning about the culture itself. You know, if you want to learn to dance, if you want to learn how to cook, talk. You know,
Here we do that at the
About the
temples.
culture.
at the temple.
Yeah.
Now that's why it started over here. That's why it's like the Filipinos, they're more cliquish to their own, and like, you know, because there isn't a gathering spot.
Yeah.
So there is and I'll plug that real quick. There's a group named PACE in PACE, and they reside over in Plano, or like primarily in the North Dallas area.
Did you just meet them?
Yeah, because somebody like there was a pod that I did, and I said, "Where's the Pinoys at?" Or in DFW, and somebody hit me up. It's like, "This is what we're doing." So I want to plug them guys because they're actually trying to raise some money, like to actually create a Filipino community center. But y'all already have your community, and it's strong here. You don't understand. It's like the community here is thick
We have so many temples, you know.
Yeah.
You have Saginaw,
to the point it spills over to like New Orleans and freaking Tennessee.
Everything,
It's
all over the
strong.
country.
Yeah.
That's why on New Year's there's like all over the country, but Saginaw, that's the main
That's
one.
the
People
biggest,
fly from
biggest,
everywhere to come.
Yo, talk to me about Loud New Year Saginaw. What makes it the best in the country?
I think it's just so wild.
Because I think it is.
Wow.
Wow.
I think it is.
Yeah.
No, and
Okay,
bro,
talk
it's just so
to me
Ray,
about,
Ray,
talk to me
Ray,
about
Ray.
just Loud New Year's
Ray,
here.
New Year's right now is PG-13 right now. Back in the
No.
day,
Back that
Yeah. Because I heard it was wild, and it's like cats. was
more
just like-
wild.
I remember when I was a kid going to the temple.
First time I seen a dildo.
No, dude.
I remember that one.
No, okay, like
Dead serious.
back in the
dead
mid
serious.
'90s when I was a
Dead
kid.
fucking
Seen
serious.
it till-
First time I seen a dildo when I was a kid.
What the hell does that even mean?
Back
They
in
dress
the-
like girls, okay?
Yeah.
They're dressed, okay. OGs. dress-
Anyways, hey, listen, we don't want to represent the first thing that comes out of your mouth. Is
thought
like,
you-
yo,
I thought
how's
you-
Loud New Year? First time I seen a dildo.
But
No.
if you know last New Year's,
No, it is.
then you know,
I thought you
okay?
referred to how
So
real
I'm
it
gonna
was.
say it. So they dress like women. The OGs dress like dudes, dress like women. They had dildos.
They
and all.
troll.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
they
crazy. It was
troll.
trolling. Yeah, they were just trolling.
It's like Asian shenanigans. Like
Kinda,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like that, like how
What's happening?
Yeah.
the Jimmy Fox
Who's the
no,
shenanigans?
Martin, like Martin,
Yeah.
like how they dress up as girls,
Yeah.
and just troll,
Yeah.
walk around on the parade.
They wear like bras and
Yeah,
stuff,
like-
get
you know what I
painted.
mean? Yeah.
This is back in the day. They don't do that shit
Yeah,
now, though. They
now
don't do
they
this shit
don't do
now.
that.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah,
So y'all talking
that's-
about this. I'm thinking about something else.
Okay, listen. Let's take like one huge step back. Okay,
Okay,
talk to me
You don't
culturally,
understand. That's why.
culturally, and then also what makes it lit. So culturally, why is Loud New Year here?
It's the
as
Mecca.
far as like
So I don't
like that.
Hey, shout out to all the Saginaw people that made it like the Mecca. Yeah, they made that shit pop though, man. The villagers made it pop.
Because I don't know the exact history of on how long the temple's been there, but
It's been there. It's the 90s, the 80s.
I think it's like late 80s.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you know,
late
all
80s.
those temples everywhere, I don't know how long they've been there.
That's the oldest, one of the oldest temples in Fort Worth or in Texas.
Bro,
They
Texas-
started
Texas.
first. They started first, and that's
Texas.
probably why.
Back in the mid 90s, when I used to go to temple, they had cops metal detectors.
Yeah.
There. They used to like wand you and
Yeah,
shit.
wand you
before
down.
Well, that's when
you
the
know,
gangs were bad.
Yeah,
That was when the
I
gangs
was,
were
I was
bad.
like 10 years old. They're like wanting me, like, oh, lift your shirt up. I'm like,
No, that's when the gangs were bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. the
So
gangs
from
were
my
real bad.
experience, when I first saw, because I
calmed
heard
down.
all about
It calmed down now.
So what
Then it
from my
was
experience as far as seeing it for the
Organized.
first time,
It's more organized.
it's so we pulled up. We parked at the homegirl's house. Shout out to her. I'm not gonna say her name. I don't know if she wants her name. on the pod. But there's
I'm
an
gonna
actual there's an actual temple with just the land that's around it, and
Yep.
they've done so well with actually like doing the land. And then you got the booths. You've got performances. The culture's definitely
stage.
there. Now that's
Oh,
Friday,
yeah.
Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and then the
And then
food
Sunday-
is the food is sick, and then so you sit there and you get the culture. You soak it in, like the older and just basically understanding.
It's more like monetized now.
Well, but then that's the thing. Then all of a sudden you drop
Monetized.
Sunday on,
yeah.
and then Sunday is what separates Saginaw from everything else.
It's the main event.
Yeah.
It's the
So
last,
tell me
the
about-
last blast.
Hey,
Tell me about Sunday.
Sunday separates the weak people.
The real strongest. The
Tell me
strong
about
drunken
Sunday.
elephant.
That's the biggest Loud New Year parade.
Yeah, biggest one.
Saginaw Loud New Year is the biggest.
It's like a Mardi Gras.
parade.
So,
It's Mardi
Flames,
Gras.
tell me about your side of what Sunday is.
Sunday to me, I think is like
Mike.
it's like the
You got it.
biggest. Yeah, it's like the biggest
Parade.
Well, besides the Macy's Day Thanksgiving parade, it's gonna be that Laos New Year's parade.
Yo, it's
Because they have
lit.
to shut down the city and all that shit and everything too.
Yeah.
And then they walk around that whole, you know what I mean, the whole village.
They do it
The
twice
whole-
now.
Yeah, twice.
After the first round, I'm like, fuck, I'm done.
Yeah. So, but I mean,
They do it twice.
Sunday
Yeah.
is, Sunday
I was
is
drunk.
just like I would say like July 4th. Like that's the day.
It's the loud July 4th.
It's like
You know,
no,
July
it's like
4th
Mardi
to me.
Gras.
Yeah.
Yeah, well that too, but Mardi Gras is like like you know what I mean.
It's exactly like Mardi Gras, kind of.
Basically.
Basically,
I mean,
shit.
without the flashing.
yeah.
Sometimes the flashing. It's getting to that right now.
Yeah.
Hey, oh,
Yeah,
it's so weak.
Nah.
It's so weak night now.
Yeah.
No, that's
I get
so
it.
weak, man.
I get it. But so
I'm a native to that shit. I'm
so
like
it's
a,
basically
I'm like
that,
a veteran.
that perimeter of that area.
Loud New Year veteran.
It started with just the Lao community, just the Lao folks actually creating their own community around
Yep.
there. Then they created
supported the
a
temple.
mobile home
Yeah.
temple, and then that mobile home turned into
A
what
house.
this is now,
Yeah, a
and
house.
people lived around there.
Yeah. Yes,
And then
sir.
the community had just to understand, be like, listen, like the actual city of Saginaw, I don't even know if it's a city. They said, you know what, we gotta let them do their thing.
Oh yeah.
Because we can't stop this down because that's the entire community.
Hell no, the cops
Not
be
just that,
eating.
it's,
They be eating over there. The cops be
you
eating
know-
the louse food.
Oh, they be loving it.
Yeah, they
It's
love that
religious.
whole.
Man,
It is religious.
It's
It is
the money.
religious.
It's
Yeah.
money
Yeah.
too. They
Yeah.
love the money, man. They get paid a grip.
Yeah.
For
But it's,
that
it's,
whole
it's,
weekend.
it's
For that
religious.
whole weekend,
Yeah.
I bet you. Well, I know the actual numbers. I know.
So I seen Murfreesboro is actually doing their thing.
Murfreesboro, yeah.
Tennessee,
Murfreesboro,
yeah.
Murfreesboro has got
They're the
like,
last one to
Never been
blast.
Yeah.
But
It's pretty much
they
outside of
said it's
Nashville.
coming up now.
yeah. I
Murfreesboro,
seen what they're doing there. Big stages.
Good.
Like Washington State also has got their own thing. So Washington State's got their stuff in Woodland or Woodlawn. I apologize for
Where's
for
that?
not knowing this. It's right in the border of. It's towards the border of Washington State and Portland.
Oh.
So what that does, it draws up a lot of the Portland folks and a lot of even Cali folks, like Northern California, Sacramento and everything.
Yeah.
They drive up, and what it is, it's in a huge field, right, of just empty field, and they create, and there's the booths and everything like that, and that's why you can't match Saginaw's parades.
Ours is more developed now. That's
Well,
why.
it's, because the parades in all these other Murfreesboro, Rockwall,
They only do it inside the
Woodland,
temple.
they only do it within.
Yeah, because-
This is the entire damn neighborhood.
Yeah, the whole dead area.
Yeah.
That's why it's different. That's why you can't match it. That's why.
Yeah, you have
So
to shut the
again,
city
I've
down.
said this in my other pod. You guys got to experience this thing because the number one, the community is very welcoming because they've been done this,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
you got to be careful when you're doing it because they will come here and they'll. That's the thing about like inviting
What
people
the
to your hood.
fuck?
They'll sit there and like, hey, let's mess this guy up. He's from like, this guy's from like Portland. Like,
Oh, because my dad lives in Saginaw. He lives 2 blocks from the temple. So like every year we're always partying there, and sometimes like there's people there that I don't even know.
Willis's dad is like the village chief.
I don't even know who the fuck these people. I don't even know who these people are.
For real.
And they're like partying at my dad's. I'm like, fuck it, whatever. It's on me.
Willis is like the dad. His dad is like the village chief.
Is his mic working?
A little bit.
You guys, what? Here, let's pause here.
Yeah.
Let's go to
Words from our sponsor.
We'll be right back.
Yeah, words from our
Commercial.
sponsor.
Take a break.
Yeah, words from our sponsor.
I'm gonna keep this thing running.
We'll be back. All right, no problem.
Yeah. I seen you guys.